Vengeful assassins, a treacherous companion, T-Rex head hands. After the Wolfman Nation is shattered, Jackson has enough spare time to advance his skills and specialize into a better class. Since Joe and his other teammates are either incapacitated or on a mission Jackson does not believe in, the misunderstood chiropractor turned gamer strikes out on his own. The issue with creating your own path is that you have no idea what awaits you, especially when low charisma guarantees legendary misunderstandings. For Jackson, that's half the fun. This is StoryBound and a review of Rexus Side Quest by Dakota Kraut. Like and subscribe below for more weekly videos, and jump into the comments to discuss the Completionist Chronicles or recommend other litrpgs. Before we dive in, this review will contain spoilers, so this is your spoiler warning. Let's dive in. Rexus Side Quest focuses on a character we met in Regicide, Jackson. We get a view of the end of the war, the King's victory, all from his perspective, and how both him and Joe don't want to participate in the genocide of the Wolfmen any longer after the victory is declared. Dakota probably felt how I did the last book. There simply wasn't enough character building besides Joe. I'm not entirely convinced this novella, Side Quest, worked completely, but let's dig into some thoughts. What we do get is a nice short romp with a very eccentric old man turned Dino Master in Rexus. Some scenes I did like in here were Jackson taking some time off from the game, reviewing min-max guides, his build templates, and trying to figure out how to proceed further in the game. We also get a bit of exposition upon his return of the game, letting us know who the top contributors were, and we learn that the three people who gain noble titles are Joe, A10, and someone named Mac Attack Beast Bane. I get a kick out of Jackson's notifications being super nice to him in comparison to Joe's. He also makes a comment about this and thinks maybe Joe's just a little bit weird. I also rather enjoyed and found it pretty funny seeing how Jackson is just awkward as hell and doesn't understand that people are scared and grossed out by him. He's just a weird old man trying to help with his chiropractic skills and causes people to run away in fear, and Jackson just brushes them off as excited customers running off to tell their friends. It's hard to see the line between if this is just low charisma, how he is in the game and how it's influencing him, or if he's just naturally weird in real life and it's kind of exacerbating it. We do see Joe gets influenced in some ways in the previous novels because of his pod. I believe Jackson does state that he's in one as well, where he's retired in real life. That could be playing some influence. We get some nice scenes of Jackson empathizing with the Wolfmen, helping them and earning the trust of a senior leader in the tribe by helping them escape the genocide. He earns a medallion that forces his relationship with the Wolfmen to neutral and begins to aid and assist them in their time of need, even going so far as to learn the basics of their language. It was a nice touch to see the Wolfmen side of the plight and how they feel about the loss to some extent. I hope this plays out later and we see some player characters who took the Wolfman quest to help kind of bring their species forward in future novels. I could see kind of a Unite the Realms type thing happening here where we actually need to seek their aid later out. We're also introduced to Jess, an assassin who follows Jackson with the graveyard grist, waiting for him to become a racial traitor so she can earn her first kill. We later learn this is a magical artifact that apparently lets people steal items from dead player characters and even levels up the more you kill them. It's strongly hinted that it will even allow you to gain XP levels and maybe even hidden classes at higher ranks. Jess never gets this opportunity, however, and ends up getting herself captured and losing the dagger. Jackson attempts to assist her by bartering for her life, and eventually they escape and start bonding to what is probably my favorite part of the book, besides Dino Hands, some actual character bonding. Jackson and Jen, by the end of the book, seem ready to take on the world. I hope we don't lose all of this, wait for it, character progression in the next book. When we get to the tower challenges, I found these sections pretty boring. The fights weren't particularly interesting, and although Jackson had some pretty solid quips, this portion fell a bit flat. We do get some minor character bondings, but when we go on the tower challenges a second time as duos, it's a bit of a slog. But what I did enjoy was Jackson embracing the T-Rex hands and pledging to restore the T-Rex apex predator in a pathetic roar. We see that he names them, he bonds with them, and even his character sheet updates to reflect this. He even gets the opportunity to level them up and continually learn more moves with them. And surprisingly, they have more perception than he does. The end was also solid, seeing Jess turn from the Assassin's Guild to defend Jackson and all that good partner in crime stuff. We also see Jackson can be very witty. So yeah, Rexus, it's not a must-read, but it's not entirely a skip either. It provides some great character development that was lacking from Regicide, with a fairly shallow story. I just really hope we don't lose any of these character progressions in the next book, as I'm hoping for a better balance of character, plot, and gaming cliches. This has been a review of Rexus Side Quest. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what I should read next in the comments down below. And as always, have a good one.